Hello, my name is Saul. In this video, I'm going to show an introduction about how to control lighting devices from Ableton Live. Let's see. Here we have a moving head, which I'm controlling with MIDI clips. In this track, I have an audio clip of drums. In other one, I have a clip with a bass. And here in this track, I have a MIDI clip that allows me to control the moving head. You can see that I have total control on the device. In this case, with this note, I have red color. And if I get the note one semitone up, I'll have green color. If I get it another semitone up, I'll have blue color. And doing the same one more time, I'll have white color. As you can see, the moving head is also moving. That is because here I have a position graph. If I delete it, the device will stop moving. But if I draw a note, it will start to follow me. I can control where the moving head is pointing at. Right now, it is up to the left side. Now up to the right side. So I can start drawing an envelope that controls the position. Now let's explain how I'm doing this. First of all, I would like to show you the DMX protocol. If you googled it, for example, I googled on images DMX lighting. I found plenty of things. There are DMX controllers, moving heads like the one we are using here, scanners, and LED bars, including some interfaces that allows you to control your lighting devices from your computer. However, the interface that I'm using here, the MIDI-DMX USB Interface, allows you to control all DMX devices through MIDI messages from any digital audio workstation, in this case Ableton. The interface has an USB connection to be recognized as a MIDI device by Ableton or any digital audio workstation. Also has a Canon 3-pin connector in which the DMX information is sent to the DMX devices you want. This way, when you easily plug the interface without installing any software, Ableton recognizes it as an output MIDI device. Here in Live Preferences, in MIDI, we have the output MIDI-DMX USB. That is our interface's name. This box must be checked, and we have to create a MIDI track that sends MIDI to the interface. This track is already a lighting control track. Also, we can do the same with an external instrument, directly sending to the interface. Here in my first example, I have a MIDI track sending to the interface, and I have a clip. The way this works is the following. The control change number, also known as control MIDI or envelope MIDI, is going to indicate what DMX channels is being controlled. We also can control any channels through notes. For example, the lowest note control the DMX channel 1. The next node controls DMX channel 2, and this way up to the B7 node that controls DMX channels 120. So what I mean here is that there are two ways whereby we can control any DMX channels. For example, whether through MIDI nodes or through MIDI control change. So actually DMX is not that difficult. It is a series of values that are sent by a controller and that are interpreted by a chain of DMX devices according to an address that have been assigned and according to the way those devices have been designed. For example, here I have the manual for the moving head. In the manual, we can see that in 7 channels mode, the first address is for the pan, I mean the spin. The second address is for the inclination or the tilt, then the dimmer, after that colors. So I need 7 channels, but which channels are they? Well, we can assign to any device an address, and this address represents the first address for our device. Here I've assigned the address 11 to my moving head. This means the channel 11 will control the pan or the spin, and the other functions will be controlled by the following addresses up to the 17. So the first 2 columns in this table are constant, never change. Always the MIDI control change number 1 and the lower node are going to control DMX channels 1, and like this all other channels. What do change here is the way we assign the addresses to our devices. In this case, for example, I'm not using channels 1 to 10. However, I could easily put another device here to be independently controlled from the same interface. Well, let's do an example. I'm going to send node C#-1 and C-1 in order to control the general dimmer and red color. I draw a MIDI note in the track that I set. We have C-1. There we have. Since this is the general dimmer, I'm keeping it on through all the clip. But red color is being on just the first time. I want to see how does it looks with the metronome. You can see how this note C#-1 is controlling red color. The control performed by the interface when it comes to note control through the velocity is proportional. This means that if I lower the velocity of the note, the color will be weaker. Here we hardly can see that it is turned on. I can lower it a little bit more and it's even weaker. But if I get it up to the maximum, we can observe that red color is really intense. Actually, it is also at the maximum level. After red color, according to this table that I drew, follows green. So in the second time, I'm going to put this note, then we have this. Red and green perfectly synchronized with live's metronome. In the function list, the following are blue and white. Let's see. So we have it as stairs. Red, green, blue and white perfectly synchronized with the metronome. I can change the duration of the notes, and now I have blinks. When a note finishes, the interface assigns 0 to the channel concerned in order to turn off the colors with notes. The other way of lighting control is through MIDI control change. In the table, we can see that MIDI control change number is the same as the DMX channel number, so that if I want to control the tilt, I have to use MIDI control change number 12. We can find it in Ableton by clicking on the E, this E. In the part of MIDI controls, let's choose number 12 and we can draw. The moving head has already started to follow me. I can send it to the left or to the right, or I also can do it while this clip is playing. Right now I'm sending to the left, now to the right. I can as well draw a graph that controls the position over the time. I want it to go this side, then the other side. If I set the notes in a way to match with a musical clip, that since I'm in Ableton, it's really easy to synchronize with music, we're going to have something like the first example. Let's play it again. So, this is the way I do lighting control. There are plenty of possibility to vary live's functions. You can use MIDI effects, for example. And everything I've done in this video, you can do it live through a keyboard or any MIDI controller. You just have to activate the recording box received from a MIDI controller and that's it. Or just the way I've done here, with clips. Anyway, soon I'll upload more tutorials controlling more than one device, or with control from physical knobs on a MIDI controller, and more control features. Well, thank you for watching this video and see you soon.